Relearning calm, how the nervous system heals from trauma. Why is it that even years after something painful happens, our body still reacts as if the danger never ended? A car backfires on the street, and suddenly your chest tightens. Someone raises their voice, and your stomach knots instantly. Trauma doesn't live only in memory, it lodges itself in the nervous system. And that's why true healing goes far beyond simply talking it out. Part 1. Trauma imprinted in the nervous system. When the body is overwhelmed, the amygdala, our brain's smoke detector, becomes hypersensitive. The prefrontal cortex, our watchtower of reasoning, dims. The hippocampus, which usually tells us this happened then, not now, fails to file experiences correctly. As a result, sensations intrude without context. This is why a survivor may feel their body trembling even though nothing threatening is happening. The autonomic nervous system is trapped between survival modes: fight, flight, or freeze. Muscles remain tense, breath shallow, and heart racing, as if the body were stuck in the moment of threat. Animals naturally discharge survival energy by shaking, running, or trembling. Humans often override these impulses, out of shame, fear of judgment, or simply because life demands we carry on. The result: incomplete survival responses, frozen inside the body. Over time, these unfinished reactions show up as anxiety, emotional numbness, or physical illness. Part 2. Why words alone don't heal. Talking about trauma can bring understanding, but words don't reach the brainstem, where survival states are coded. You might say, "I know I'm safe," but your body still floods with adrenaline. This happens because of neuroception, the body's unconscious scanning for safety or danger. If the nervous system perceives threat, the ventral vagus pathways that enable connection switch off. The body then flips into defense: hyperarousal with racing thoughts, or dorsal shutdown with numbness and collapse. That's why cognitive insight alone leaves many survivors feeling stuck. They know the truth logically, but their physiology hasn't caught up. Part 3. Safety and the social engagement system. Healing starts not with logic, but with felt safety. The social engagement system is exquisitely tuned to cues: a soft gaze, a warm tone of voice, the rhythm of steady breathing. These subtle signs tell the nervous system, you are safe, you can relax. When trauma interrupts this system, people often feel unsafe even in ordinary situations. They may oscillate between hyperarousal, always on guard, and shutdown, where nothing seems to matter. Recovery begins through co-regulation, one regulated nervous system lending stability to another. Imagine sitting with someone calm while you feel overwhelmed. Slowly, your breath syncs with theirs, your muscles soften, your heart steadies. Over time, repeated experiences of co-regulation build the capacity for self-regulation, anchoring calm from within. Part 4. Early trauma and health across a lifetime. When stress occurs in childhood, the stakes are even higher. Research on adverse childhood experiences, ACES, shows that the more early trauma a person endures, the greater their risk of chronic illness later in life. Heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune disorders, even shortened lifespan, all are linked to toxic stress that floods a child's developing system. Biologically, the HPA axis, the stress hormone loop of hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal glands, stays switched on. Cortisol and adrenaline, designed for emergencies, become daily companions. This weakens immunity, inflames tissues, and wears down organs over decades. But the research also shows hope. Protective factors, stable caregivers, safe communities, nurturing relationships, dramatically reduce risk. Healing the nervous system is not optional. It is central to both mental and physical survival. Part 5. Somatic practices that rewire the system. Because trauma is held in the body, recovery must engage the body directly. Several principles guide this process. Orientation. Looking around, naming what you see, feeling the ground under your feet. These acts signal, I am here, in the present, not back in the past. Breathwork. Long, steady exhales activate the parasympathetic vagal brake, slowing heart rate and reducing hyperarousal. Rhythmic movement. Walking, yoga, tai chi, dance, or drumming improve heart rate variability, teaching the body it can shift out of rigidity. Pendulation. Learning to move awareness between discomfort and a safe anchor, like the breath or feet on the ground, shows the body that intensity rises and falls. It does not last forever. Interoception. Paying attention to inner signals, the heartbeat, a warm chest, a trembling hand, rebuilds tolerance for feelings once unbearable. Completion of survival responses, gentle shaking, stretching, even instinctive movements allow trapped defensive energy to finally release. Each of these practices uses neuroplasticity, the nervous system's ability to form new patterns. Repeated experiences of safety reshape the pathways once wired for threat. Part 6. Relearning calm. As practice continues, the architecture of the brain changes. The amygdala's alarms grow quieter. The prefrontal cortex, the watchtower, stays online, offering perspective and choice. The hippocampus encodes memories properly as past events. What once erupted as flashbacks now becomes part of a coherent life story. Calm stops being a fragile trick that slips away at the first trigger. It becomes a baseline. The body learns that safety is possible, connection is nourishing, and fear can rise and pass without swallowing everything. Takeaway. So why doesn't trauma resolve with time or words alone? Because trauma is not just a story. It is a state of the nervous system. Healing means retraining that system, teaching it new rhythms, new ways to breathe, move, and connect. Through orientation, breath, rhythm, and relationship, the body learns to release its defenses and return to balance. This is not about erasing the past. It's about reclaiming the present. Calm can be relearned, safety can be felt, and connection can once again become a resource, not a threat. Welcome to Quiet Arcadia, where the body remembers and the body also heals. Thank you for being here with Quiet Arcadia. Healing grows when it is shared. So if you found value in this video, please subscribe and pass it along to others who may be seeking peace. Until next time, may you carry calm with you.